Hey guys, I've got your card reading for this week for February 4th, or May 4th through the 10th. It was like Friday for February. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle. I've already shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck, all right? And then when I cut the deck, I'm going to pull up 3 cards, okay? So here I have I've cut. Alrighty. Let me trade hands again. Here I'm going to sit your deck. 1, 2, and 3. I might try to do a 12 card reading for you guys here in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so we have 1, 2, and 3. We can do this 2 different ways, okay? We can do 1, 2, 3. Or you can have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right? I'm going to be quiet so you can pick your card. All right. Have you picked your card? Okay. I'm just going to go through it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right? Okay. You can also have like all 3 cards for the full week. Okay? Here we have 1 or the weekend. Completion is our keyword. And I love how completion is for like the weekend, because we should have most of our work, or almost all of our work that we've had throughout the week should be done, so that way we can take the weekend off, right? Should. Sometimes we don't get it that way, but it should be done. The full moon is also considered the completion of a lunar cycle, right? So, what have you finished? What have you not finished? What needs to be finished before the weekend is over? What needs to be finished before Friday is over? And what is in its middle point? Okay, you're going to need to really take a look at all of this stuff for this weekend, if you chose this card for this whole week. The reason being is you're letting stuff slide. You're not taking care of everything. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm seeing this. And you're going to go, Maria, no, but yes. Okay, because this is what the card's telling me. Take a look at how mangy, I'm going to say, this tree is. No one has been taking care of this tree, right? Which is telling me there are things that you don't want to deal with. There are things that you don't want to see. There are things that you just don't want to do. So you keep putting it off. You keep putting it off. You keep putting it off. There are gaps of unfinished work between gaps of finished work. These gaps of unfinished work are preventing you from moving further. Okay? So, if you chose this card, you need to really pay attention to this, okay? Because it's going to start to hamper you. It's not going to let you be full. Okay? Okay. That was kind of a crappy card, wasn't it? All right, so card number 2, or Monday, Tuesday. Veiled. Look at all of this fog. Look at all of, I'm gonna call it fog. We could maybe say it's smog, or maybe it's smoke, but let's just say it's fog. I want you to take a look at all the clouds too. Okay, so we're getting just partial amounts of sunshine here, right? We're only seeing parts of what's happening, and I love that this card is right after this one, because I'm telling you, you're missing something, and you're like, no, Maria, I'm not. Yes, honey, you are. Okay, so we don't know what the heck is going on underneath the fog. We don't know what's going on at the base of these trees. We don't know what's going on at the base of the mountains. All we can see is the fog. We can see that there's some parts of sunlight that are probably going through the fog, and if we were underneath the fog, we could see those parts of little bits of sunlight. But if we're in another spot underneath the fog, we're not seeing the sunlight either, right? And then to put the clouds in here, it just makes it worse. So, what are you not seeing? And I know that sounds like totally beyond stupid. Well, Maria, if I'm not seeing, how do I know I'm not seeing? What am I not seeing if I'm not seeing it, right? Right. So, what are you doing? You're going to start paying attention to what other people are telling you. And I know this is one of like the hardest things for us to do, is to listen to when someone says, well, you don't do this, or you're only doing that, or you never pay attention to this. But honestly, those people are like these little pieces of sun rays that are coming out. They can see what we don't see. So when we're down here walking around going, I don't know where I'm at, one of these little sun rays could be, well, you're not paying attention to this. You're not paying attention to me. Now, let me hold up for just a minute, okay? There are people who will give you this sort of information because they know it's the best for you. There are people who will give you this sort of information to help you grow. There are people who will give you this information because this is what they're seeing and it's their perception of what's up with you. And then there are people who will give you this information because it's what they need. Okay? So, part of this being in fog, part of this being veiled, you need to start learning who gives you the information for your best services, for your best self, and who's giving you the information for their best self. Okay? So we could say your best friend says, you never pay attention to me. And you believe you do pay attention to them, you're going to have to stop and look at your best friend for a few minutes. Does your best friend feel like nobody pays attention to them? Ever? They never get enough attention? Or is your best friend usually really, really happy with everybody, but in the past couple of weeks feels like you're not giving them enough attention? Okay? So we have somebody who's narcissistic. Nobody ever gives them enough attention. And now you don't either. So give me attention. Hurry up and give me attention. Or somebody who's usually very, very happy who's saying, you know what? I feel neglected by you this past week. What's going on? Please give me some attention. Do you see the difference of what I'm saying? Okay? Now, if you happened to pull the full week, I'm going to read the two of them together for a minute, okay? Because right here we have it's being complete, but you're missing some things, okay? And right here we have you're not seeing some things, which is pretty much what I said over here too. Do you remember? That you're missing a few little gaps because the tree is showing me there's like lots of gaps missing that aren't complete. Well, you're not seeing those gaps. So you're going to have to either sit down and seriously like tear everything apart and look at every single piece and then put it all back together and see what you're missing. Or you're going to have to ask somebody who's very trusted, what are you missing? Okay? All right. Card number 3, or Wednesday, Thursday. Okay? Number 3, or Wednesday, Thursday. Vision Quest. All right. Now, I was going to say Vision Quest is one of the fad words right now, but maybe it's starting to lose some of its faddedness. A vision quest, a lot of people think are just so much fun. It's just so much fun because usually you learn something about yourself spiritually. Usually you are rewarded with a new spiritual ability or a metaphysical ability, or you can become a shaman, or you can become a healer. You can become enlightened, right? This sort of things. Now, honestly, a vision quest is you go somewhere by yourself where nobody can bother you until you pretty much crack. Okay, I'm just going to be straightforward and honest with it. Until you pretty much crack and you feel like you're insane. Once that happens, and I know there's going to be people who are going to disagree with me, okay? So everybody their own thing. But when I went on a vision quest, this is what I was told to expect. You're going to go, you're going to crack, and if you can come back, put back together, then you've passed the vision quest. Okay? So, you're going to crack, you're going to have to try to put yourself back together, and a lot of people will call this thing somewhat of a shamanic death. Okay? Now, I want you to take a look at where they're setting this vision quest at, the makers of this card. They're setting it in the desert. Okay? Which means, I live in the desert, so I have some experience with this. This means, if it's summertime, you're getting up into 120 degrees, maybe even a little bit higher. and during the day, and then you're dropping all the way down to like 40 degrees at night, maybe even colder. There are some parts of the desert, probably a couple of hours away from me, that can get up to like 123 during the day and drop down to 10 at night. Okay? You usually don't go onto a vision quest fully packed up like you're going camping. You don't have tents. You might have like a gallon of water, but you'll probably be out of water before you're done with your vision quest, okay? So you need to know which one of these plants has some water to share with you to keep you alive. Now, if you look at these plants, they don't look like they have any water, right? You're also probably thinking rattlesnakes, scorpions, tarantulas, all kinds of creepy crawlies, right? Yeah, there are those too. And you don't get to say, okay, well, it's 5 o'clock, I get to go home, I'll be back tomorrow at 6 in the morning. You stay here until your vision quest is complete. All right? Which means you're going to stay here going insane practically until your vision quest is complete. Now, what the hell does this card have to do with those cards, right? Well, you're going to go insane trying to find these pieces that you're missing. You're going to go insane trying to see what you're not able to see. Because that's pretty much what a vision quest is, okay? So, even though you're frustrated and you're ready to pull out your hair and you might be in tears, it's going to help you. And if you just picked this card by yourself, expect that this week you're going to be fully frustrated. You're going to be in tears. You're going to be pulling out your hair. You're going to not know what the heck you're doing. Why the hell did you decide to do this? This was the stupidest idea you've ever had, sort of a thing, right? But it's going to 90%, 99% work out for you in the way you want it to work out for you. Same thing with all of this. Once you can see what's happening, it's going to work out for you the way you want it to. Okay? So, I'm trying to keep this reading within a certain amount of time, and it's getting pretty long. I'm going to go ahead and start to get ready to turn it off, okay? This week is going to be a lot of something is missing, but I'm not sure what. I know something is not done. I know something's not complete. I know I need to be working on something, but I'm not sure what. And getting to a point where you're pulling out your hair because you can't find it, because you can't see it, because you don't know where it's at. And you may have people come up to you and tell you, this is what you're missing. This is what you're doing wrong. You may have, if you're spiritual, if you're metaphysical, if you're woo-woo, you might have spirit guides coming to you and telling you, this is what you're seeing, this is what you're not seeing, this is where you're wrong, this is where you need to spend your attention, and that sort of things, okay? Now, the good thing about this whole week, because I know you're going, Maria, this sucks, I don't want to go. Can we just skip this week? No. You need this week. This week is important for your growth. And it will grow. Okay? You will grow. You will enlighten. It will work out. You just need to get through this first. Okay? And I want to have you think of it this way. You've got a school project or maybe a work project, right? And you think it is top-notch, 100%. This is going to get you your promotion. This is going to get you your A. Everything's going to be great, right? Well, you're not seeing a few little gaps. Your boss or your teacher is going to see those gaps. So instead of turning in something that has holes in it, that you think is perfect, and the person you're turning into is going to go, you're missing like 3 important things, it's better that you take the time to look at it, to go crazy with it because you can't see it, but then find it and turn in top-notch. Holy cow, how did you even get this stuff? This is amazing. This is the best stuff I've ever seen happen, right? Instead of turning in something that's missing a lot and it doesn't get you what you want. All right? So, if you liked the reading, if you like the reading, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel so that way anything I post, you'll be able to watch it. If you want to contact me, there's the details down below of how to contact me so that way you can get your own personalized reading, because this is a general reading for anyone who's watching. It's not pinpointed directly to you. Pinpointing it to you can give me more information about what the project was, or what the gaps were, or what it is that you need to see. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Love you guys lots. Bye.